Well, hi, welcome back to Cold Iron's Kitchen. I'm Wade. You ever have one of those days when you're thinking, well, it's been a bad day. I need some comfort food. So we're going to do breakfast for dinner. We're going to do some biscuits and gravy. Now, if you look down here, I've got some lean sausage cooking in a pan here. Yes, it's lean. And we're going to put together some biscuits. Now, I'm going to cheat on the biscuits a little bit. Yeah, you see all this grease down here? That's actually very important to the project. I'm going to cheat on the biscuits though. I've got some Bisquick here. I was raised on Bisquick. It's good stuff. But I don't like a boring biscuit, so we're going to put a little bit of garlic in there. Smidge of garlic. And I don't like a boring white biscuit, so we're going to put a little bit of parsley flakes in it. A little more. And I really don't like a boring biscuit, so we're going to put some Parmesan cheese in. Now this is the Dirty Foot cheese, the canned stuff, I know. I don't usually use it, but hey, it's in the fridge, and it's one of those nights where I just want to eat dinner and call it good. Okay, we're going to add some half and half to that. You don't have to use half and half. Milk works great. But you do have to stir it up. And you can see it's going to be really tight here. Tight is a cooking term, meaning dry. But we're going to liven that up just a little bit. We're going to throw a little bit of buttermilk in that. We're going to put buttermilk in both the gravy and in the biscuit. Buttermilk is going to be our saving grace, so to speak. About 4 tablespoons. And we'll stir that in. My sous chef down here is trying to help. He's not much of a help. But we get this biscuit mix all stirred up like this. And we throw the spatula in the sink. I realize that the sink is a mess, but hey, this is a working kitchen. It's not a studio kitchen. Let's go back to the meat. Got to get this cooked up all the way. Render the fat out of it. Okay, that's going to be a very important aspect of this job. Rendering fat out of the meat. But we're going to be back to you here in a few minutes where I'm going to show you how to actually create a beautiful sausage gravy. Talk to you in a minute. Hi, we're back. We're just panning up the biscuits right now. Now, I recommend one of these little scoops for doing biscuits. It's great for cookies, biscuits, you name it. If you're baking it, it's good. But it helps make fairly even quantities of what you're doing. So we got about 15 biscuits down here. Now let's turn around and look at our sausage. These are going to go in the oven at about 400 degrees for about 12 minutes. Now we look at our sausage, you'll see that there's a lot of fat rendered out of it, but we're not going to get rid of that because that's a very integral part of what we're going to be doing. It's called roux. And we're going to add about a half cup of flour, sprinkled liberally throughout the project here. And we're going to cook the flour into the meat so that it develops a character, a great character. So we're going to be a few minutes cooking this stuff here, about 12, about the time it takes for the biscuits to cook. And we'll be back to you. Lovely stuff. Hi, we're back. Now I've got the sausage pretty well browned up. I don't know if I mentioned it originally, but we started with 1 pound of sausage. A nice lean sausage, a friendly one. And we fried it up, and then we added flour to it so we can make a built-in roux. Now, one of the best things about a nice sausage gravy, black pepper. No, not you. My dog's name's Pepper. She's not black. She's a pit bull Australian Shepherd mix, and she thinks she's a sous chef and wants to help. Okay, so we get all the black pepper in there and stir it around a little more. Now you notice that there's some trails out here. What those are roux. I know this looks kind of ugly right now, but trust me, it's going to be beautiful. Now we're going to add what's left of our buttermilk. Now if you can get your milk up to room temperature, it's best. But you want to make sure that you stir it in quickly. because this is going to thicken up like a paste. I got a fairly high temperature going on right now. See how that's pasting up? Now we're going to add about 2 cups of just regular milk and stir that in. Now while the biscuits are cooking, they're in the oven. They're very happy about it too. Well, as happy as a biscuit ever gets. I don't know how happy they get. We're going to let this simmer. I'm going to turn her down on low and let it thicken up a bit. To this we're going to add, though, just for some fun, we're going to put some dill in. Now dill is a wonderful little seasoning. Use a lot of it. Just a smidgen of it, though, in this case. Half teaspoon thereabouts. And then stir that in. And we're going to put a smidge of garlic in it, because, well, there's no food that is ready without garlic, in my opinion. Well, donuts. You don't put garlic on donuts. But you can, but not for me. So a little smidge of garlic. There we go. And I'll probably be adding some more black pepper to this here in a little bit. But right now we're just going to let that cook and thicken and become wonderful. Back to you in a few minutes. Hi, we're back again. Well, while we've been gone, we added about a teaspoon of salt to this. Now you're going to want to salt this to taste, depending on the sausage you use and your own particular flavor. Now we're going to add some more flavors to this. I'm going to put a couple squirts of hot sauce in there, which is always good for a sauce. And we're going to put in about half, maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. It should add some depth to it. Now we got about 2 minutes left for the biscuits to be done, but this gravy is looking like it's there. It's definitely there. Look how it thickened up. While we were gone, again, we added some salt to it. We also added another couple cups of milk to it. Gravy is not an exact science. You want to make it as thick or thin as you like. But if you start with a basic roux and work from there, you'll get a gravy you like every time. Now, if you want to make a roux from scratch, you start with butter and olive oil. Melt those down. Well, I'm being told the biscuits are about done, so we'll be back to you in a minute. Hi, we're back. Well, the biscuits just came out of the oven. Look at these pretty little, ouch, things. We're going to put about 3 in the bottom of the bowl here, and then we're going to coat those with some gravy. A little bit more. There we go. All right, and now that's biscuits and gravy. That's the homemade way, and that's the way we like it. Now, stay tuned, because our next breakfast experience is going to be Eggs Benedict with a homemade hollandaise sauce. Stay tuned.